Hey folks, this is Matt once again. And welcome to something I may be doing a little series on. May not, we'll see how it goes. But I may do a series on Bigfoot movies. Why? Just because. Um, but who knows? I mean, I know there's some that I'm interested in. Uh, like Lance Henriksen did some called Sasquatch and then Sasquatch Mountain. And if, I don't if I can find those to watch, I would like to watch them because I like Lance Henriksen. There's one I do enjoy called Abominable. Maybe I like to review Harry and the Hendersons sometime. I've never seen The Legend of Body Creek, but be interested in giving that a look. So I don't know, just said why not? And so I watched this film, which is a found footage film, and yes, there's actually two found footage Bigfoot movies that came out recently. The other one, called Bigfoot County, looks so fucking horrible. That'll be fun. Maybe that'll be next time. But this time I'm reviewing Bigfoot, The Lost Coast Tapes, also known as just The Lost Coast Tapes from 2012. And right off the bat with found footage, like I've said before, I'll say again, a lot of times I check these out to try to find a diamond in the rough. You talk to a guy who I'm a big fan of Blair Witch Project. I like Cloverfield except for the ending. I love The Tunnel. Thought that was a great gem that I found. I personally enjoy. Chronicle is another good one. But I know a lot of people like the Troll Hunter, but I didn't care for the Troll Hunter. It just didn't make sense. Even if it's in its format, it's like, these are big fucking trolls. How the hell is no one, how the hell is this a secret? And scratching my head like, how, huh? Like, did in my brain. Like that. Okay, that's over exaggerating, but that's why I was thinking, like, what? Like, but anyway. This is directed. This could be a long one. Fuck yeah. I like doing long reviews. I'll come into parts. That way I'm not rushing. This is a film that, at the end of the day, I would say I did not like the film. But it's not full-blown rant, because there is certain stuff I liked. It's directed by a guy named Corey Grant, which he's done Dysfunctional Friends, Studio, Hip Hop Task Force. The hell is that? Hip Hop Task Force? So, done a bunch of stuff from Illinois. And with this film, again, there's certain stuff I like, there's certain stuff I don't like. It's about, you have this guy who wants to do this show, and he wants to get big ratings, so he talked to someone who says that he has a body of a juvenile, what do you say, juvenile Bigfoot, like, a smaller Bigfoot, that he has the body. And pretty much these people are going up there to prove that it's a hoax, and, prove that it's a hoax, and get some ratings from that. And the old guy, character's name is Drybeck, played by Frank Ashmore. The guy's like, oh, you gotta pay me, and I'll show you the body. And they're like, okay, okay, they'll pay him the money, but hopefully you'll get big ratings for this new show. And pretty much four people go. It's the lead guy. He has his buddy who's kind of a jock type of character, who's a cameraman. You have a girl who I believe is a Wiccan. And then you have this nerdy guy who is a sound guy. So they go in, and a little funny thing happens before they go out, but I'll get to that because I'm going to talk about the plot, then I'll talk about what I like and don't like. And this is going to be spoilers because it's the only way I can do reviews like this is spoilers. Because again, I don't like the film, but at the same time, there is stuff that I like. There's a better movie in this. I can see a better movie for me personally in this film. That's what kind of kills me a little because I see some good things about it. But that's the gist of the story. These four go into the woods to the Lost Coast, which is Northwest California, to talk to this guy who says he has a body of a Bigfoot. But these people don't prove that it's a hoax. And then the whole demo, oh, is it a hoax? Is it not a hoax? But you pretty much know that that's pretty much the case. that it is Bigfoot. Ooh, big surprise, I know. Nah, I'll talk about that when I talk about what I don't like about the film. Pretty much they go in and they hear noises at night, wondering what's going on. Um, hmm. You know what? Fuck this. I'm not gonna do the good and bad. I just gotta go from beginning to end. That's the best way I can put it. So that's the best way I can put it, because there's a lot of stuff I want to put in there, and I don't want to forget anything. So fuck it. Okay, change my mind. It's on camera. Fuck it. I do long reviews anyway. Get into a bad part of the film when you see these characters, these four main characters you don't care for. You don't care about them because the lead guy is an obnoxious jerkwad dickhead who, no matter what happens, don't stop filming and, don't stop. And it's because he put, like, all of his fucking money into this to pay this guy and all this other stuff. So he's put all his money into this. So I get that part, but he still seems like an obnoxious douchebag. And they try to have this witty dialogue that they're trying so hard to be witty that's not natural. In these type of films, you need a natural rapport. I think, I know I keep tooting this film's horn, but I personally love it, so fuck it. The Tunnel. They were natural in their talking, they were natural in their speaking, they were naturally funny. Here is like trying too hard to be witty, trying too hard to have witty dialogue, that it just seems like acting. It just obvious acting. So I don't think that's a good thing. I really don't at all. And the nerdy guy, he's obviously trying to be acting like a nerd. Like, he doesn't want to be there. It's like, huh, what? What do we look like? And I don't even want to repeat the fucking dialogue. That's not the good. That's not the part I liked about the film. And again, that's a reason why ultimately I dislike the film is your four main characters are not that great, and you're supposed to root for these characters. And to be honest, I didn't care for the acting. Some people may disagree. I didn't care for the acting. But like I was talking about before they go on words, I did like this one guy who unfortunately is not in the film too much, but it's a character Curtis Japheth Gordon. What I liked about him is he's the black guy, right? And he's supposed to be the sound guy, and the guy goes, "Wait a minute, what? You're going to find Bigfoot? Forget you, I'm staying here." Yeah, she goes, "No, a bunch of white guys to shoot Bigfoot? You don't go camping chasing Bigfoot in the forest? You know what? You need a sound guy dumb enough to get a Bigfoot broke off in his ass." Yeah, that's the bit I like. It's like, you need a sound guy dumb enough to get a Bigfoot broke off your ass. I got the guy. Kevin? And then that's where you get the nerdy sound. So the black passes off to the nerdy white guy. I thought that was pretty funny. I like that guy. It's like, Bigfoot broke off in his ass. And he was smart. The black guy was smart, and thus he's alive. I like that bit of business. I like that. So I enjoyed that. I really did. I did enjoy that part. That made me laugh. Maybe not everyone, but it made me laugh. But like I said, they go into the woods, they're trying to be witty, the van gets stuck, they meet the old guy, and out of the other than that one guy, Curtis guy, I did not mind the old guy that they meet. Frank Ashmore as Drybeck. Some people say that he's very over the top in his dialogue, but I thought it fit his character. I thought he did a good job. I liked him. I liked seeing him on screen. I thought he was fine. I know some people reference like this is kind of like the troll hunter where people go meet this old guy and he's hunting something or he's going to do this, do that, but uh, I'm not a fan of either films, but to be honest, I probably watched this film over the troll hunter because the troll hunter, you saw the trolls a lot, and to be honest, I don't think the effects were that great, and it just didn't offer anything to me. The dubbing, I don't just to me like one thing I should have mentioned before, this, I'm really surprised that it took them this long to do a found footage film on Bigfoot. Because that would seem natural, like Bigfoot found footage would go like this. Because How did a lot of people find out about Bigfoot? That footage, what is it, the Patterson footage? Is it Patterson or Patterson? I think Patterson footage, where you barely see him and then you have in search of and all that stuff. So it made sense that Bigfoot would be in this kind of, that kind of genre. It's like, I'm surprised they took this long to do it. Now they made two, and I'm guessing the next one I see is going to be even shittier because it seems even cheaper. But who knows? I could be surprised, but I'm psychic. But I like this, the old guy was Drybeck. And the premise of them searching Bigfoot, okay, you know, for found footage on that one, I'm like, okay, it's surprised. Again, I'm surprised they haven't done it earlier. Um, and some of the stuff that, again, the characters, like, when they see they're forcing the acting, this nerdy guy gets his arm on fire and is running back and forth like a fucking cartoon. And they're like, oh, just put it out. And I'm like, that just doesn't seem natural. No one would do that. Again, that's the stuff I'm talking about that doesn't work in the film. But yeah, I like that little scene with that Curtis guy. It's like, black guy's like, fuck this, I'm gone. Fuck this, I'm staying here. I like the old guy. And then I liked what happens at night where the the lead guy, who's an obnoxious jerkwad, confronts the guy saying, no, it's fake, it's a fraud. They hear noises, like scratching at the door, and they go out there. Then two of them stay back in the cabins to go out. I like the little touches they throw in there throughout the film. Where granted, you don't see Bigfoot a lot. That's a mistake. Because you can... How hard is it to make a Bigfoot costume? I mean, I will say right here, I really enjoy a film called Abominable. I really enjoy a film called Abominable. I think that one's very underrated. If you can make a Bigfoot type of effects, even on a cheap budget, I think you can do it. I mean, I saw that film a long time ago. Well, like a few weeks ago, Deadly Spawn. They had a small budget and they had great effects. I think you can make a Bigfoot type creature. You just see a little bit more of him, but here you know. But I like the bits that, like, guys looking over here, and let's say here's the screen of the found footage of the footage, and a guy's looking over here, and you like back here, you see like a little shadow go by, or they're inside and they see a shadow go by the window. Another bit is that not that night, but another night when this girl has a camera on her. Right over here, you see a pair of eyes, and then the eyes disappear. And I like those bits. I'm like, oh, okay, I like that little touch. I like those little touches. And again, them investigating Bigfoot, even though you have the trappings that a lot of found footage, why the fuck are they still shooting? Because the lead's a douchebag who wants to keep filming. Uh, you know, so on and so forth. Not showing the monster a lot, and so on and so forth. A tree almost falls on those two guys. They head back, and it's the next day, and they find the old guy drives off, and they're wondering, what the hell, where is he going? So they go off, and the lead guy's like, oh, we gotta keep shooting. They're like, come on, you stupid, you're an idiot. No, we gotta keep shooting. Just, he still thinks it's a hoax, that the old guy's full of shit. And then they find this nest, and the sound guy, he says that he heard voices, but he doesn't know what they mean. He decides to tail out of there. Then they have a little fight. Oh yeah, they do. Before that, they find the nest and they find footprints as well. Bigfoot footprints. When they have a little fight and the sound guy tails it off, he says he's going to get the van. Which, by the way, that's another thing. The van gets stuck and they get to the old guy, right? The old guy tells him, okay, you can come with me, but you gotta put on these hoods and give me your cell phones. I'm like, okay, dude, wait a minute. You said yourself these phones don't work out here. Why the fuck do I need to give you my cell phone if the cell phone's not going to work out here? Does that make a lot of fucking sense? Your cell phones will not work out here, but give them to me anyway. What difference does it make? And are you really going to like, okay, yeah, I'll put on this hood. You're in the middle of the fucking woods. They even said you gave weird directions. You're in the middle of the fucking woods. Just fuck off, And plus, it doesn't make sense later on because the old guy just shows him his cabin, but then the body is hidden somewhere else. So it wouldn't matter if they knew where the fuck you were because they wouldn't know where the body is because, it's fucking off somewhere. I'm sure if they went bad, they would find your cabin, dude. I mean, the whole thing didn't make sense to me, but that's just me.